Assalamu alaikum students. I hope you all are fine and in good health. Welcome back to English class. Now as you can see, this is recapitulation for the units that are coming in PT2 exam from your honeysuckle book. Okay? So in short, in today's class, we will be covering the units, that is unit 7 and unit 8 from your honeysuckle for PT2 exam. Now let's start. Now as you can see what we are going to cover in today's class, that is unit 7 fair play. Okay, now in unit 7 you are having only one chapter, that is fair play, that is prose. Okay, and in unit 8 you are having two, a prose and a poem. So in short, there you can count as 3 chapters from your honeysuckle. Okay, 2 are the chapters, 1 is your poem. Clear? So today we'll be covering both of them. We will revise and we'll see some questions from that text as well. Okay, so now let's start with the first unit, fair play. Now can you tell me one thing? What do you see in this picture? I think when I said the name fair play, you might remember two friends, right? And a panchayat, okay, and a village. So you know this is we are talking about a play. Okay, there were two friends, Algu and Jumman, right? Now both of them were best of friends, and everybody in the village knew about their friendship, isn't it? Now you know. Now Jumman Sheikh and Algu Chaudhary were of best friends, okay? And nobody, and when one of them went out of the village, the other used to take care of the family, right? Now Jumman had an old aunt who had some property. Now you know that Jumman Sheikh, he was having one aunt. Okay, she was having some property. She gave her all the property to Jumman, right? Now what was the deal between them? That Jumman has to take care of the aunt. But years later, his wife, she started arguing with Jumman's aunt. Okay, now Jumman, he could not speak anything against the his wife, right? Otherwise, she would have left the house. So now, after seeing everything, the aunt, she said that, okay, if you don't want to take care of me anymore, give back my property, or give me or make a separate kitchen for me and give me some allowance. That is, every month give me some money so that I can fulfill my needs. Okay, so this was the deal that aunt was asking for, but sadly Jumman did not agree to it. He said, why should I give you everything? So now the aunt decided to go in punch. It means in the panchayat she took the case so that the case should will be solved with justice. Now she went for the support to all the villagers, but all of them were not ready to support this aunt. Okay, so then what happened? Okay, then this she took the case, and at the time of hearing, whom did she make her respondent? She made Algu. Now Algu is best friend of Jumman. Will Algu go against Jumman? Okay, now if we see the entire case, who was wrong? Jumman was wrong, the aunt was right, and Algu, he couldn't take a wrong decision. Okay, and as it said, the voice of Punch, okay, the voice of Punch is the voice of God. It means the Punch will never be biased. Okay, they cannot take a biased decision, it will be always fair. Now, respecting that, Algu took the support of aunt. He gave the decision in the favor of aunt, not Jumman. Now seeing this, Jumman, he got very angry. Okay, seeing this, Jumman got very angry and he wanted to take revenge with Algu. Now what happened? Now there was one man, Samju Sahu. Okay, he took a bullock from Algu. He took a bullock from Algu Chaudhary. Now after buying this bullock cart in a month, what happened? The bullock died. Now this Samju Sahu, he had to give some money to Algu. Now when Algu went to take the money, Samju Sahu said that No, I cannot give you the money. The bullock already died. Now Algu is saying, what is my mistake in that if it came to your house and it died? Okay, I want my money back. Now Samju Sahu took this case in the panchayat. Now Samju Sahu knew that now Jumman wanted to take revenge from Algu. So Samju Sahu made, who was the respondent of Samju Sahu? Jumman. Now Algu was upset. Algu was worried that Jumman wanted revenge. Now he will not give a decision in my favor. Okay. So now when Jumman was standing at the position of punch, when he heard both the parties, he knew I am at such a position where I cannot be biased. I need to take a correct decision. And according to that, Algu was right. So unexpectedly, Jumman gave the decision in favor of Algu Chaudhary. Okay, and at last, Algu got very happy. He hugged Jumman and he said, God lives in the heart of punch. It means the punch can never take a wrong decision. It's always fair. Okay, it's always of justice. So that is why this chapter you can name it as fair play. And we should also know this, though our friends, our relatives might be standing in front of us, but if you are correct, okay, you don't need to fear of anyone. You need to speak for justice. Okay, now as you can see, these are some questions. Okay, now these are there in your worksheet too. Let us revise these questions as it is there in your worksheet. Why was Algu upset over Jumman's nomination as head punch? Now Algu was upset, as I said. Why? Because he knew that Jumman wanted to take a revenge from Algu, as Algu gave the decision in favor of the aunt. So that is why Algu was upset. My wife knows best how to run the house. Who said to whom and why? So now, my wife knows best. Jumman speaks these words to his aunt. He wanted to get rid of his aunt. He did not want to give her any allowance. So now you know, as there was a fight between wife and the aunt, and Jumman was supporting his wife. So he said this to the aunt, that my wife will never take a wrong decision. So I don't want to give you a property back. I don't want to give you any allowance. You need to look after yourself. This is what he said to his aunt. So Jumman said this to his aunt, that my wife knows how to run the house well. What was Jumman's verdict as head punch? How did Algu take it? So now, what was Jumman's verdict means? What was Jumman's decision on the case of Samju Sahu and Algu Chaudhary? Jumman gave the decision in favor of Algu, and he said that Samju Sahu had to pay the price of the bullock to Algu, as the bullock died in the house of Samju Sahu, not in Algu's house, right? And when Algu gave the bullock to Samju Sahu, it was in a good condition. It was not sick. It was very nice and healthy. It died at your house. So Samju Sahu had to pay money to Algu. This was his verdict. Verdict means decision. And Algu was very happy, and he said, victory of the panchayat. Right? Next, what was Algu's verdict as head punch? How did Jumman take it? Now, what happened when Algu had to take a decision between Jumman and aunt? Whom did he favor? He favored, or he took the right decision in the favor of his aunt. Okay, Algu gave the decision in the favor of his aunt, as there was a deal before that Jumman will take care of the aunt in the return of the property, right? And Jumman, how did he take it? He got very angry. He got very angry. Being my friend, he did not support me. He was thinking like this. So Jumman wanted a revenge from Algu. See the next question. Why was Jumman happy over Algu's nomination as head punch? Now, why was Jumman happy when Algu, the aunt, nominated Algu as head punch, means taking decision? Because Jumman thought, as I said, he was very happy that Algu is my best friend. He will take decision in my favor. That is why he was very happy. I can't pay you a penny for the wretched beast you sold me. Who said to whom and why? So now, wretched beast means a bullock which died in a few months. You sold me a weak bullock, sick bullock card, and now why should I pay money for this? So who said this to whom? Samju Sahu said this to Algu Chaudhary, right? Now, why did he say this? He said this because his bullock died just in a month of buying this. The bullock died because Sahu overworked and underfed the animal. So why did actually the bullock died? Because he used to take so much of work from the bullock and he used to give less food. When Algu demanded his money, Algu dishonestly refused to pay him a penny. So then that is why Samju Sahu refused to pay him a penny. Victory to Panchayat, this is justice. Who said to whom and why? Jumman was the head. He could easily give his verdict against Algu. Now, victory to the Panchayat. Who said to whom? Algu said this to this thing, Jumman, right? Why this is he said this because as Jumman was the head punch and he had to take a fair decision. He had to take a fair decision, and that is the reason when Jumman, as he wanted, though he wanted to take a revenge from Algu, but here he took a fair decision, and that is why Algu said victories to the Panchayat. It means it was a fair decision that is made, and he was so happy with the decision. He was shouting in joy, victory to the Panchayat, victory to the Panchayat, right? So these were just the few questions from your worksheet, and you all are supposed to learn all the question answers from your CW. Okay, this was just a recap of everything, recap of unit 7. Now let's see the next one. Unit 8, a game of chance. So first we'll be seeing this, a game of chance. Okay, game of chance, pros. Now, as you can see in the pictures, what is there? In the pictures, you see there are people happy when it is jackpot and everything over here. So a game of chance is nothing, but it is just about your luck game. Okay, there are so many games that are by luck, that you win by luck, isn't it? So that is what is there in this chapter. So you here, Rashid. Okay, he goes to his uncle's house, and in that village there used to be a fair every year. Okay, there used to be a fair every year. Fair means mela, right? And it was a very big fair over there. From a penny, it means from a very tiny thing to a huge animals were sold in that fair, right? Now in this fair, he went with his uncle and the worker who was living with the uncle. Okay, so Rashid and three of them were going. Now in between, Rashid's uncle met some friend. Now Rashid was all alone. Rashid was all alone. Now Rashid and the bhaiya, okay, uncle said that you both just see around the things and don't buy anything until and unless I come. So now this Rashid's uncle, he went with his friends, and bhaiya and Rashid, both of them were alone seeing the things. Then Rashid and that bhaiya, they saw that there was a lucky shop. There was one shop and it was named as Lucky Shop because over there the luck was tried. Okay, what they used to try? They used to try out their luck. Now how did they try out their luck? There was discs kept like this, okay, and whatever number came they used to total, and that amount of thing used to be given to the player, isn't it? Now when they were seeing from the far, there was an old man came, a little boy came, they want big things, want things of value. Okay, and what used to happen? The shopkeeper, he used to buy it again and give them money. Now seeing this, Rashid also was very excited. He thought, let me also try my luck. And that way Rashid, he went to the shop, he gave all the money that he had in the pocket just for winning the prize. And what happened in return? He won nothing, he lost all his money, right? And at the end, when uncle came and he said to uncle that, uncle, this happened, I became a fool. Then uncle said that don't tell anyone that you became a fool. It was just to tempt you. The shopkeeper, the old man, the little boy, the three of them are friends. Okay, and they were trying to call you towards the shop and take your money. Okay, so he said don't think anything some like there is a luck, you can win anything by luck. Clear? So you need to make an effort to win something, right? So he explained this to Rashid. Now next, now in this unit you have another chapter as a poem, that is vocation. That is vocation. What is the meaning of vocation? Vocation is nothing but the desires of the child, okay, as what he wants to become. It's to decide what to, his profession, okay, whether he wants to become a seller, he wants, okay. In this poem he talks about the desires of a child who wants to become a gardener, who wants to be a bangle seller, who wants to be a watchman, right? So he sees three of them, okay, and he desires to be like them. Okay, so just desire of some occupation, wish of some occupation. Okay, that is what is there in this chapter. Now as you can see, there are so many things. See, food, this food seller and all. There are so many occupations that a child sees. Okay, maybe just around you, your father does something, your uncle does something, your brother does something, your sister does something, your aunt does something, okay, or your friends do something, or the elders you see. Okay, if you come to school, you say, I want to be a teacher, I want to be this, I want to be this, I want to be pilot, I want to be scientist, I want to be doctor. There are so many desires that builds up in you seeing the work that the people do, right? So over here also, in this poem, a child when he goes to school, he sees a hawker, a bangle seller. Okay, and he thinks, wow, it is so nice for the bangle seller that he walks on the road when he wants. He goes back home when he wants. He can waste his time standing at one position. He gets to roam all around the place. He can go one street to another street. There's no one to stop him. So seeing this, he wishes to become a bangle seller, a hawker. And next, then he wishes to become a gardener. Why? Because children like to play with mud, and gardener has the work in the garden only. He digs, he's there outside in the sun, there is no one to stop him that come inside. Otherwise the children get warning, no, don't go in the afternoon outside, right? Otherwise you'll become black. Okay, otherwise it's not black, we become tanned when we are in under the sun. Because of sun we get tanned, not black, we call it tanned. Okay, so this is what child always gets to listen from the parents, right? So that is why the child is wishing, I wish I was a gardener. I get to spend the whole day outside playing in the mud, and nobody will even tell me if my clothes become dirty because I'm doing my work, right? And the next, the child wishes to become a watchman. He says how nice it is at night, nobody's there, lonely roads, it's nice to walk alone with a lantern in the hand. So from his window he sees that, wow, it's very nice for the watchman that he spends his all night walking on the roads. So these were the desires. He likes the freedom that this occupations are having. The child is always looking towards the freedom. हाँ, अच्छा है ना, आपको तो ऐसा है, अच्छा है ना, आपको तो ये काम है, आपको कोई रोक टोक नहीं है. The child, okay, he is attracted towards the occupations, okay, and that is why he's desiring is towards the occupation's freedom. Okay, and that is why he's desiring to become a hawker, gardener, and a watchman. Okay, so this was there in this poem. Now let's together see what is there. Revise the questions that is given in your worksheet. Why was the shop called Lucky Shop? Why was the name of the shop Lucky Shop? Because it tempted the people to try their luck and win prizes. An old man won a clock and sold it back to the shopkeeper. How much money did he make? He made 15 rupees. As I said, the old man was winning value things of value and great value, things of great value, and he used to sell it back to the shopkeeper. Why do you think Rashid's uncle asked him not to buy anything in his absence? Why did Rashid uncles warn him not to buy? This was the reason, that the other people would make him fool. They would make him fool and take money from him, as it already happened with him. Who is the speaker in the poem? Who are the people the speaker meets? What are they doing? Now, poem means you have only one poem, that is vocation. Okay, so who is the speaker in the poem? A school going child. Yes, the Rabindranath Tagore talks about the school going child. And who are the people speaker meets? So he meets a hawker, he meets a gardener, he meets a watchman. And what are they doing? Hawker is selling bangles, gardener is digging the grounds, and watchman is walking on the streets all night. So these were the things that the three of them were doing. Now, these are not only the questions that you have in the textbook, you have many other questions, right? So again, I'm saying this was just the revision. This was just the revision. You all are supposed to learn all the question answers that is there in your textbook. Okay, now see you soon with the next video of recapitulation. Till then, go through the units.